From topping charts to begging for funds, here are 20 Nigerian musicians who through their own actions ruined their career. At number 20 is the once iconic duo P-Square, comprising two twin brothers Peter and Paul, a most loved duo back in the early 2000s, with timeless tracks like Temptation, Onyinye, Alingo, Personally, Busybody, E No Easy. Each of their songs was a banger. Just the mention of their songs bring back many memories, and their electric stage performance has always been unbeatable, matching each other's vocal codes and energy seamlessly. Originally from Anambra, the duo were born and raised in Jos, North Central Nigeria, alongside their 5 siblings. Right from their alma mater, the duo have been involved in the art of entertainment. During their secondary days, you would always see them in the musical and drama clubs, performing and eager to learn. Their musical inspiration while growing up were Bobby Brown, the legendary late superstar Michael Jackson, and MC Hammer. Still in school, they formed an a cappella group, which later changed into a dancing group, making their own unique dance steps. And the whole state soon knew about the dancing team of 4. They got called to dance at different events. They actually had tried for a football career at the Pepsi Football Academy in Jos, playing alongside Mikel John Obi, but their part was unsuccessful there, and they decided to stick to what they knew best, which is music. By 1997, they bettered the Smooth Criminals, a music and dance group that disbanded in 2004 to further their education. They started their duo team and soon became mega artists with hit tracks, topping charts, and had many partnerships and successful careers and endorsements with their own record label. However, what was supposed to be a lifetime brotherhood and partnership went sour in 2018, with both brothers walking away due to personal differences. Paul became Rude Boy and Peter Mr. P, and they started their solo career. But things weren't the same, and everyone wanted the squares back, not the dividers. Soon, their solo tracks got lesser and lesser popularity, and even their online feud became too boring for fans to keep up with, making the once iconic duo a ghost town. Next on the list is the once famously known King of the Malians, breaking into limelight with his song Is a Goal in 2017, featuring Olamide, Lil Kesh, which was a hit, even becoming a theme song for the Super Eagles at the 2018 FIFA World Cup. 1 year after its release, it was and is still making waves. He quickly became one of the sought-after musicians with other tracks like Soapy, Amaya Yahoo Boy, Owo, and many others. Ironically, he was most loved for his notorious singing style and has been stereotyped several times by the Nigerian authority for his kind of music that portrays scamming, drug-use lifestyle, and making them arrest him one time with claims of being a Yahoo Boy, alongside singers Latan and others who were all released but him. But with no confession, despite the disposable evidence, he was released, even though investigations are still going on regarding him. He hit the studio as always, making hit songs, but his true musical downfall came after the death of beloved singer Mohbad, who was previously signed to Malian Records, where it was alleged that Naira Marley bullied him upon his leaving the record label and even attacked him. Soon after his demise, it was only normal for fans to point back fingers at the Malian king. It got really bad that he had to flee the country in fear for his life and spend some time there. After the tension was lessened in the country, he returned and tried releasing music to win back his fans, but the effect he had before is no more there, leaving his hits to become a miss. Next is the Cocoa Master, D'banj, the famous OG singer, rapper, and TV personality, and longtime partner and friend to Don Jazzy, the duo that founded the Mo Hits record. Their close relationship made many consider them as brothers, despite the fact that their actual blood brothers were also in the entertainment industry. They gave us hit tracks like Mr. Endowed, Perry, and others while signed to their label. They each received many accolades, with D'banj bagging several awards like the Best African Act Award at the MTV Europe Music Awards, among others. He also had his own singles like Oliver Twist, Why Me, Scapegoat, and many other hits that made him a fan favorite among the two. Maybe he felt like the leader of the pack, walking away from their partnership, which didn't end on bad terms since the duo still worked together. Don Jazzy went on to own a powerful record label, the Mavins Records, that has signed major stars such as Tiwa Savage, Ira Star, Rema, his brother The Prince, and many others. Sometime in 2014, after D'banj opened his record label, he announced the artists he will be signing, which include Mos Chris, Tonto Dike, Ebenetizi, many others, and his brother K-Switch. It started well, but things only went downhill for the singer, especially after getting in trouble with the law in connection with fraudulent activities concerning N-Power NGO. D'banj's name was long forgotten by the time he returned back into the industry, although the singer doesn't seem to give up and releases songs every now and then. At number 17 is the once famous queen of the early 2000s with her hit songs Don't Break My Heart and German Juice, none other than Cynthia Morgan, also known as Madrina, a sensation back in the day that took the industry by storm. She came into limelight after signing the record deal with Northside Entertainment Inc., owned by the older brother and manager of the P-Square brothers, Judo Koyi, and she quickly became a superstar, winning awards like the Headies Award in 2014 for Best Dancehall Reggae Single, among others. She was indeed one of the best reggae female artists in Africa at the time, with global recognition. But everything hit rock bottom when she had a fallout with her record label, a whole viral back and forth of her accusing them of holding back her royalties and other benefits, basically taking the lion's share of her hard work, and a whole other story surrounding her relationship with a certain Prince of Benin, which she feels was responsible for her downfall. Now, with the power over her music after the messy departure from Northside, the artist's musical career went crashing down to the point where she was reduced to begging for help and support from fans and severely suffering from depression. attention. This next artist was indeed a major star while he was famous. He went viral even in rural areas, none other than Palisade Ogunka, better known as Sky B, legendary singer, rapper, and songwriter. Sky B has marked his time in the industry with tracks like Ma Bebe, I'm Calling, Pray For Me, Here I Am, and more. He started his career in the early 2000s, breaking into limelight with his hit album Pray For Him. But when he was at the peak of his career, he magically vanished. Maybe rumors, including the artist having a heart attack leading to his demise, circulated really fast like every tragic rumor. Later, it was discovered after influencer Lucky Udu found the singer that he didn't die, but his music career did, after his record label allegedly backstabbed him, and also lack of proper management of his funds made him go into instant financial bankruptcy, reducing the artist to Port Harcourt trenches where he lives with his wife and 5 kids in a 1-bedroom flat. During the interview, Sky was asking fans to help him get back to the top. That was his plea, saying he was ready and needed their support. The next time we would see Sky B was in a viral video of him after being attacked when he came out to join the End Bad governance protest in August. He has since then remained silent. Up next is another artist who made a memorable childhood for most youth and adults, Mr. Made. Starring alongside some of the big dogs in the game like P-Square, Davido, Akon, and the likes, he was at the top of his game, releasing songs like Soundtrack, Got Me High, Chop My Money, among others, bagging many awards at the course of his then golden career, like Best New Act of the Year at the Nigerian Entertainment Awards, Best New Musician of the Year at the City People Entertainment Awards, and others. His first single was that hit song Soundtrack under Square Records, which was owned by the P-Square brothers, with over 10 million views on YouTube months into the release of the song. But it was later deleted by the label after it was said that there was a fallout among both parties. The artist cleared the air after a waitress called him out for not paying for a meal he ate, which just cost 11,000 naira. The singer had apparently not been making enough money from the songs they released and no personal bank accounts that were signed to him to eat the fruit of his labor. In fact, it was alleged that he was forced to stay at the boys' quarters of the brother's house and treated like a help instead of being treated like the superstar that he was. The other brother obviously denied these claims and called Made greedy. In 2020, however, he signed under the DMW record of musical artist Davido, but his songs are still struggling to rise as the industry style of music has evolved past his old tracks. Another promising star who quenched his own flames is Joseph Iniezo, once famously known as Solid Star. Another flavor of those days that had hit tracks like Oluchi, Wait featuring Davido, Sonto, Baby Jollof, and others. Solid Star made waves with the music industry through his talent, rising to fame in the year 2000 with his debut album One in a Million, earning several awards like Best New Artist at the Nigerian Music Video Awards, the Headies Award for Best Reggae Dancehall Single, and others. Rising to the peak of his career but without a warning, simply vanished. Upon his return, it was disclosed that he was heavily addicted to hard drugs. He had left for 6 months to relax and reflect on his career, which was said to not be going so well. And unfortunately, he got introduced into hard drugs by new friends that he got, as he opened up in an interview with the Honest Bunch podcast. Unknown to him, what was meant to be a simple relaxation soon became an addiction, and he found himself drifting away and squandering all his money to take the drugs morning, afternoon, and night. However, he got support and help from his former label, who became his backbone and took him to rehab. Fans also contributed to see his recovery. Even though he seems to be doing fine, his musical career took a big blow as the world music industry has moved on without him. Killing his career before it even takes full form at the next spot is singer and songwriter Dammy Krane. Oyedamola Johnson Emmanuel, aka Dammy Krane, inspired by musical legends like Fela Kuti, King Sunny Ade, Two-Face, and co., started his career and dropped hit songs like Falila, Sabi Dance, Ami, and others, winning awards for Rookie of the Year at the Headies Award and other nominations under the Hypertech Digital and 960 Music Group. But his career took a hit when he was arrested for identity theft and fraudulent activities online, but he was released after paying a $7,500 bail fine in 2017, even though he maintained innocence. Returning back to his country after years of an unsuccessful career, he decided to pick a fight with one of the industry giants, Davido, accusing him of being involved with the death of one of Davido's longtime friends, Tagbo, and claiming that the singer owes him money. He returned back to jail, but this time in Nigeria, after the singer had him arrested. He did get released and tendered an open apology to Davido. Now, there is little to no music coming out from the singer. Up next is one of the members of the famous trio of Plantation Boys back in the day, Blackface, a group that comprised of Faze, Two-Face, and Blackface. Together they sang songs like You and I, Ocean of Passion, Emema, and others. A thriving trio that unfortunately disbanded and everyone taking their direction. Two-Face became a global sensation and the rest struggling artists in the industry. But one person had it worse than the others. He wasn't quickly accepted and his hit jams like Jungle Fever, Evergreen, and a lot of others really spoke volumes of his talent and as such fetched him money. In an interview with Today, he said the music he had put out might have been good enough to get him a home, but he was recognized for his hard work in the industry because nobody wanted to rate him. He only gets street respect, which made him feel proud of his work. He once said that he had written the hit track African Queen sung by Two-Face, but didn't get credit for that. Blackface won multiple awards during his time in the industry, all of which are credited to his hard work. He left the industry because, according to him, his songs were being stolen by fellow artists without acknowledging the stream the inspiration flowed from, an act which he called daylight robbery. After his departure from the industry, he has become a scarce commodity in the industry. Up next is the once famous Akpako master, Terry G, a renowned Nigerian rapper, singer, songwriter. He was one of the king of the airwaves in the 2000s with his hit songs like Akpako, Love Affair, Run Man, and more. He had this wild and electric way of performing that made fans want him more, making his songs party favorites. He was best described as a crazy musician. His music had people either dance like they are possessed or about to run mad. With his infamous bell, winning awards like City People Entertainment Award for Street Hop Song of the Year, he sang alongside stars like Wizkid, The Prince, and even Portable. Until one day, he vanished, and it was speculated that he had a drug and alcoholic problem. But upon his return, sometime in 2020, according to The Vanguard, he debunked such claims, clarifying that he had in fact been dealing with a court case that stopped him from releasing songs, but he is done with that and ready to make a comeback. He said that genre of music he took, performing as a crazy person, has made him a scapegoat for any and every controversial story, which was why it was easy for fans to say that he had an addiction. And all the while he was away, he was actually working behind the scenes. However, it's been over 4 years upon his return and still no musical competition from him. And part of that reason is because the musical space has evolved over time and nobody is really into the crazy Akpako again. If you're still watching at this point, thank you so much. Please hit the like button and subscribe for more content. It will only take a second to support the channel. Using her own mouth to slay her career at number 10 is SaidaBoj, upcoming artist and media influencer who has declared herself as the voice of the girl child, made herself a target for media scrutiny when she made a controversial statement in the Honest Bunch podcast show where she said a man must pay 500,000 naira for just talking stage with her within 24 hours to pay for her beauty. And when he pays 20 million in a week, he can, in her words, enter any part of her body. Social media was on the standstill and all arrows point to SaidaBoj, making her social media accounts to get banned due to multiple reports, forcing her to open other new ones. She rose to prominence in the media space after a famous blogger, Today Not, shared her Instagram video on his platform. And taking advantage of that new fame, she decided to go wild and express herself in an even audacious approach barely months before the release of her songs, causing the songs to become a no-hit before they hit the ground with very few fan base and her image permanently ruined. Now she just sticks to her influencing and hopefully someone will pay 20 million naira to keep her afloat. I'm sure no one can forget the hit song Shoki, a song that was a global hit and they had to do a bang remix featuring Davido and Olamide. This song was sung by the infamous number 9 on this list, Lil Kesh. 10 years ago, the Shoki dance step was unbeatable. It took over the industry, both young and old fans were dancing to Shoki. Lil Kesh is a young Nigerian rapper, singer, songwriter whose musical determination took him places. He was rapping among colleagues and after releasing Lyrically, a song that went round universities, he caught the attention of YBNL owner Olamide, who immediately agreed to sign him under the label, and he dropped his first single, Shoki, that made him immediately famous, eventually releasing his first album, Yagi. He became a sought-after artist with many awards, the Popular Song of the Year at the City People Music Award, Street Music of the Year at the City People Music Award, alongside others. And at the 2016 Headies Award, when Reekado Banks won the award for Next Rated Artist of the Year, it was said that Olamide stormed the stage, showing his disapproval of the act. Lil Kesh, however, made a bold decision to leave YBNL to start his label called Yagi, which didn't immediately pick up as he had hoped, making him understand the values he had lost. But he clarified that his contract with YBNL just ended and that was why he left. He went silent for a long while before eventually making a comeback, which seems to be going well. At number 8 and taking it easy yo jeje is one sensational singer, Reekado Banks. Ayoleyi Haniel Solomon. He started his musical career and journey in 2008. His songs were then produced by his elder brother, Temi Solomon, who saw a future in the artist's musical career and who also taught him some of the fundamentals he knew in music back then. In a bid to make him famous, his elder brother submitted some of his songs to the Mavin Records label and Don Baba J loved it and signed him. He was picked out of over 5,000 submitted entries when the label was open to signing artists, and he was brought into limelight alongside other stars in the label like Tiwa Savage, Korede Bello, DJ, and others. The whole crew, which sang the popular song Dorobuchi. He was releasing hit singles like Easy, Catapult, Like, Overloading, Rora, and more, bagging awards like the Headies Award for the Hip Hop World Revelation of the Year, Most Promising Act of the Year at the City People Entertainment Award, and others. But all of a sudden, it was said that the artist was leaving Mavin Records. Not only that, but he also parted ways with his brother, and his musical career also took an innocent blow based on those decisions. He released only 2 EPs and ghosted the industry. It was alleged that some of the industry OGs like his Daniel didn't even want to collaborate with him, and a woman and a child later, he is trying to make a comeback into the industry, which has moved on from him. When asked how he hoped to achieve a successful comeback by GQ South Africa, he said, and I quote, "It's been a couple of years of learning and growing. Consistency is the only way forward from here, and I'm holding on to that." Well, at number 7 is a honest educational decision that cost him his once shining career. Korede Bello. Signed under the Mavin Records, he was making waves in the industry with hit single Godwin. He started his career right from secondary school with his first single Forever over a decade ago. In 2014, he signed into the Mavin Record label and released hit songs like Godwin, African Princess, also featuring in the industry family song Dorobuchi. Not just his single, but his charming looks made him appealing to the masses, and quickly he became a fan favorite, bagging ambassadorial deals with Globacom. He was also the youth ambassador for the Nigerian Police Force, among many applauded awards like the Headies Awards for Best Pop Single, City People Entertainment Award for Pop Artist of the Year. Sometime later, he dumped music and pursued a degree in mass communication. Many wondered why he didn't do both at the time. Maybe the mental pressure was too much to bear. He weighed the two and loved education more, hence making his bold step. But upon his comeback, he left the Making Records back in 2021. When asked why, he said he felt like a product that was only there to make money for the label. He has since released an album in 2024, but with little to no effect, like his classic Godwin. Ending his career from a very promising start at number 6 is Lyta, and if you don't know who that is, it is because he ended his rising career too soon. A young and talented Babatunde Rahim from Ajegunle was a promising star who caught the attention of YBNL king Olamide the Bado himself. He dropped a freestyle in 2018 that went viral and went straight to the desk of the king, who called him to join the label. He released promising songs like Time, Self-Made and others, after which there was a fallout and Lyta left the label, which he claimed is because he never had a contract deal with the label, and Bado on his own end made a statement with the Guardian Life saying Lyta refused to follow his promotional calendar as customized in the label, after which he left and signed with Doro Music Gang and immediately released Mona Lisa, which to be honest was a hit single, even bagging a remix with OBO himself, Davido. But he became inconsistent with labels, and in 2020 was said to be signed with Malian Records. He's still active on social media with 2 million followers on Instagram and 91,000 on YouTube. However, his music is not so active. Next is a musical sensation back in the day that vanished without a warning, Baba Fryo. He was famous for his song Dem Go Dey Pose, a reggae master of the good old days. He was known for releasing hit street songs back in the 90s and one of the few back then to sing with pidgin tunes. He was also famous for bringing the Galala dance style. It was the Azonto of the 90s and had songs like Daddy Shoki, Notice Me, Denge Pose, Hip Hop and others. But he just vanished, and after they found him finally in 2017, he attributed his musical failure to his wife, claiming if he had married an industry woman, she would have helped elevate his career. Still trying to do a comeback with an active Instagram page, but the industry has long left Baba Fryo in the 90s. The next artist is one who has gotten in trouble with the then president Olusegun Obasanjo for his song Nigeria Jaga Jaga, Eedris Abdulkareem. He was indeed a legend back in the day, not as impactful as Fela Kuti, but he was well on track, releasing songs like Jaga Jaga, Mr. Lecturer, Pass and others. A renowned Nigerian rapper and singer that used his voice to talk about issues in the country, which sometimes got him into trouble, but he was equal to the risk. Although he fled the country when the former president was after him, his career started hitting rock bottom, and to make matters worse, he had a serious health issue that required kidney transplant. He was reduced to asking for help from fans and Nigerians. His lovely wife volunteered her kidney for the singer, but they still needed the funds for medical bills and support. Fortunately, he's alive and healthy, but the same can't be said about his musical career. Alright guys, at this time, it's time for me to offer my prayers for you. And well, all this fall from grace can make you rethink your life decisions. And my prayer for you is that may you not fall from grace no matter what you are doing. Type amen in the comment section to claim this prayer. Alright, let's go back to the video. At number 3, if you remember the famous song Yahuze, then you would know the next artist, Olu Maintain. Olumide Edwards Adegbolu, popularly known as Olu Maintain, has kept to his name and maintained a steady spot in the industry until he took a wrong step and everything came crashing down. He co-founded the musical group called Maintain during his rise to fame, and they released over 6 albums from 1998 to 2004 with hit songs like I Catch Cold, Hello and others. He blew with his hit song Yahuze in 2007, becoming an award-winning star at the peak of his career, and his fire kept burning, even releasing songs with international star 50 Cent in 2013. And that same year, his musical career came to a standstill. But now the only thing certain about the artist is that his musical career has gone still. Other rumors said he has gone broke and lives in shame in Lekki, Lagos. But his Instagram page, we saw him partying sometime last year ending, or is it just cruise from his real reality? At number 2 is the famous artist who was privileged to perform at the Mandela's 98th birthday tribute at London, Nice. The Afropop singer and musical talent behind the hit track Konkosa, No Mistake, among others. His mix of Yoruba blend into his music has left fans always wanting more, winning the Best Hip Hop Artist of the Year at the MTV Africa Music Awards, the Hip Hop World Award, among others. Somewhere along the line, he stopped music to pursue a political career as a member of the House of Rep representing the Ogbomoso North constituency in Oyo State back in 2015. But prior, he ran for the position under the APC banner and lost in 2014. And during his political experience, he was also changing wives and had gone through 2 divorces and was settling for the 3rd marriage. Finally, he decided to come back to his first love, music, but it has far moved on and left him behind. Though he still performs from time to time, but Konkosa Nice is long gone. And finally, at number 1, we have Sunday Stereo Osakuni, who goes by the stage name Stereo Man. It is hard to say that many may remember him at all. His career dropped flat to the bottom from topmost part of the ladder. Stereo Man's music brought out the reggae part of every listener, and he has hit songs like Go With The Flow, Summer Breeze, Solace and others. His album Ekwe that that was released in the year 2005 was his breakthrough album, and undoubtedly it was a hit of its time. He even became the ambassador of Glow, boosting his wealth and increasing his fame. His falling apart began after the release of his second album that didn't really do well like the first. After much wasted of resources, he ran out of funds, and that was the last we heard of Stereo Man and his music. And we've come to the end of our video where we looked at 20 artists who ruined their career through their own actions. To keep enjoying the latest updates on all your favorite celebrities, just do well to click on any of the videos that are on your screen right now. I'll catch you guys in the next video.